What's up, everybody? I'm going to go ahead and talk about this issue because a lot of people are talking about Cyberpunk 2077. Now, the fuss is this, and I actually had to read this from a person. The fuss is that the game treats everyone like shit, including trans people. Now, the portion of the trans community has a grudge against Cyberpunk 2077 because of the sexually objectified trans people in the same way. Now, for those who don't know, there was a picture a long time ago of this person. They've been holding this grudge for a while because of the fact that the person had a large package, that was a female character. Now, in their defense, the artist kind of made a reasonable argument that the reason why, because he talked about the fact that the corporations were trying to advertise this and objectify women in this way. And they got upset about this. Reset Era went out of their way to go after CD Projekt Red over this. Now, I want to go ahead and address an issue, and I want to go ahead and say this. They believe that this is going to affect them, that they believe that this is going to harm them in some way, that it's going to fetishize them in some way. It's going to make them look bad, when in reality, they're already looking bad by reacting to this. And that is the further from the truth because of the way they're treating the situation. They're treating it as if this is real. This is real life, that it's going to hurt us. And it really, in reality, it's not. Nobody really cares about this issue, and it doesn't really address the trans issue at all. Because the way they're acting is very much like immature children who don't know the concept of what is reality and what is fantasy. And that is the problem with these people, is that they believe that this is going to harm them in some way, that it's going to make them look bad, when in reality they are looking bad by reacting to this negatively. The issue that I have with this is that there are so many trans activists that don't know how to address this issue about the game, because they basically think that this is not perfectly acceptable when when some people, yes, it became a meme, and because of the fact that they brought it up, especially Reset Era. Reset Era happens to had a history of harassing a PR person in, let's just say that they did not like what the PR person said in CD Projekt Red, and it started with a tweet, and that CD Projekt Red manager got fired over this, because even they went so far to harass the family of the PR manager, even the parents. And this has gone to the point that there's no rationalization for these people. They just basically attack it and basically attack everyone over the issue that they have, when instead they could have just went and reasoned with people about this issue and talked to them about it and said, hey, I don't like what you said there. Please understand, I'm a trans person, and I want you to know that I'm not going to try to attack you. I just want you to know that I don't appreciate what you said there. Please understand, this can harm a person, or something like that. They could have approached it in a nicer way, but instead they kind of went off the deep end and attacked a person. And this is kind of the problem with the trans community. You have these people who are very toxic in the community, and they basically don't want to rationalize or try to reason with people and try to make them understand something. Sometimes it's very difficult to have people understand you as a person, because it's, especially when you go off the deep end and act arrogant, that's what they'll probably see you as if you try to approach it that way. Now, the thing about this is that they go off the deep end and trying to talk about representation and all that other stuff, when there is representation. There is a lot of things, but a lot of them are not even aware that the creator was an African American, and they assumed that everything was bad in this game, when they obviously think of trying to address these issues that are in the game. I feel some people don't understand the concept. The reason why people are buying this game, and I'm going to go ahead and address this, they bought this game because they like the genre, which is cyberpunk, a story setting that basically is about technology in a dark future. and it's kind of like this is something that people need to understand. People buy this for the genre, not for their sexual identity, not for their skin color. They bought this because they love the genre of movies such as Blade Runner and books and everything. Heck, right now I'm reading a book called Hardwire by Tor, which I'm reading by Walter John Williams, and it's a cyberpunk story, and it's pretty interesting so far. I haven't finished the book yet. I'm still trying to finish this book, but I have a lot of work and I have a lot of things to do with my life, real life stuff. But I just don't think that trying to turn this about yourselves when in reality it's about everyone. You have to understand not everyone is the same as you, but I can understand you want this conversation to be about yourselves when really some people look at it as that you're just being selfish. And that's how I see it, and that's how I feel about this. But I understand that some people feel that they're being attacked, but in reality, you're not. You're not attacked. You just believe you're being attacked when you could have avoided this and just ignored it. But instead, you continuously get upset over this, believing that this is going to harm the trans community or kill billions and billions of trans people, when in reality, you have less than 8%, which isn't that much. But the thing about this issue is that you guys need to understand that most people are buying this for the genre because they love cyberpunk. They love the movies. They love the idea of a futuristic world where technology is advanced and corporations are skyrocketing high with their bad decisions. And it's kind of a weird storyline. And it has that edge that people like. That grittiness, the fantasy of it, and it's kind of great. But at the same time, you guys need to understand who you are and what you're doing, and realizing what you're doing. Instead of trying to go all hostile on people, you should try to approach it in a nicer way. And I'm trying to be nice about this, and I know that some of you guys don't like what I have to say about this, but the problem here is that the way you guys are trying to, especially journalists, you don't really know how to advocate very well. You don't know how to address this issue very well. And I've been trying to be nice about this in a way that I kind of, from the other side of the perspective of disagreeing with you guys, I'm not trying to attack you. I'm not trying to hurt you. I'm just pointing out that the way you approach things, it's very much looking like you guys are acting foolish. And I'm not trying to be mean to you. It's just that the problem here is that when you do something like attack a person and also going off on the deep end saying that this game is going to hurt millions and millions of trans people, when in reality you'll have less than 8% of the population that's not really that big, that represents the community, that is basically a minority. And you think it's going to kill millions and millions when you're a minority. Not a really big chunk of you guys are going to go out in the middle of the street and get killed that easily. It's not impossible. It's not even really real. It's just fantasy. If you think this video game is going to kill you in some way, like if you're going to play this game and suddenly you die in the game, are you going to kill yourselves in that way? No, that's not going to happen. It's not going to affect you in any way. You're just going to move on and try to play again and enjoy yourself. The thing I don't want to do is try to hurt your feelings on this. But when it comes down to it, I have to be a bit skeptical, and I have to be a bit questioning about your behavior because of what you say. Sometimes people will disagree with you, and this is kind of what you said. I highly encourage you to pirate Cyberpunk 2027 if you still really want to play it. The harm that the game is doing is trans people is significant, and the developers do not deserve a penny for it. It's like significant. It's not even that much of an issue because it doesn't really harm people. And I'm trying to point out that this is a video game, not real. It does not go over reality or try to harm you in any way. It's just a game. And it seems that some of you guys need to go see a doctor, and I suggest you see a therapist, please. I'm asking you guys because you guys are obviously in need of help because you don't seem to get the grasp of the concept of reality versus fantasy in a video game, because you don't know the difference. You obviously never grew up that well, and please try to go see a therapist. That's all I'm saying, because it seems that you guys are approaching it the wrong way with this concept of going after a video game, saying that it's going to harm people, then advocating for it to be pirated, and then here's my advice: don't buy the game if you feel it's going to attack you and harm you in some way, because in truth you're not going to really play it, so why the heck why do you care so much about it? It doesn't really, it's not going to really harm you if you don't play it, so don't play it. If you feel that this game is going to hurt the trans people, I just want to say, don't play it. If you feel that this is not the game for you, then don't play it. Because most people are buying this game, again, are buying this game for the genre, not for their sexual identity or skin color or whatever the heck they think they are. They are buying this to enjoy the genre. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, guys, leave your thoughts down below and tell me what you guys think of this, because I have to go. You guys take care. Bye-bye. Because this is ridiculous, and I think most people need to see a doctor or a therapist.